Alright, good morning YouTube. Using a different GoPro today. My buddy doesn't use his, so he gave it to me. You guys have my GoPro on another job. Shout out Pat. Thanks for doing me a solid and throwing me another one. So basically what we are doing here, we're going to take all this overgrown landscaping out and just make it lawn. We're going to put a little strip of river rock around the edge, that way they don't have to mow around the lattice and rip it all up. So all this is coming out. We're going to keep that, sun's in your way, we're going to keep that burning bush there, just shape it up. This crabapple here, man, that sun is brutal. But yeah, so that's kind of, you can see the overgrown landscape there, and then stuff around the front as well. So I went and picked up a brush cutter for the E35. I ended up buying one. The last video you saw, you kind of saw we did a big bank for it. I had 2 more jobs lined up to use it. Decided to pull the trigger, and then I am glad I did, because just looked at another job yesterday that we have that's probably about 3 days worth of cutting with the brush cutter. So it worked out great for me. And then in here, this was an old pond she just wants to get rid of, so we're going to tear all this out, stack the boulders up in the wood so she can reuse them, and then basically fill this hole in and just make it lawn. So all this stuff is getting ripped out, and I'm on a time crunch because the kiddos get out at noon today for a teacher and service day, and it's about 9 o'clock right now. So let's see if I can get this torn out in 2 hours. So let me get over there, and I don't have my normal stand for the GoPro, so I'm not sure where I'll be able to put you, but still a big help with having 2 cameras. So I will turn it back on when I get over to start. ground. I'm just getting the bulk of this stuff up now, and then I'll come back through and clean up the smaller stuff. A little different already. So basically, we'll just make this lawn all the way into here. We'll put about an 8 or 10 inch strip wide of river rock all along the lattice, because now, as you can see, if there's lawn up against it, that's going to get all beat up when it gets weed whacked. So we're just going to put a little strip of river rock in there. Truck's getting full. I think I could cram the rest in. Gonna save that burning bush there. I gotta try and sneak behind that and get that other stuff back there, but yipper, coming along. I'm gonna load this stuff up and see how much room I have left. Trying not to tear the grass up more than I need to. This is the type of grass where the second you turn, the root system's only a half-inch thick. I can't get this to stay in. Started the pond area. This camera ran out of SD space, so I had to go delete some and pick up the kids, so I brought them back with me. It's only right down the road from the house, so I'm going to basically plug all this overgrowth out here. They want to save the boulders. I'm going to take the boulders out, pile them up over into the woods, and there was some water on the bottom of this. Just, you know, it was a pond, so this is going to have to dry out. I might take some of the muck out and put it off to the side, but it has to come up, you know, 2 feet yet, so I think it'll be fine. It'll dry out. So I'm going to start moving these rocks, pulling these bigger bushes out, and go from there. gonna call it quits there for today. Make quick work of this tomorrow morning. Get this wrapped up. Shouldn't need much dirt to haul in because there's still a pretty good mound back there. But I mean, we'll need a good little bit for sure yet. But guys are back here working now. I'll leave them with their GoPro, and we got to go look at a job. So that's what we're doing. Then you got to scoop it out of the dirt. But if you can, how about you do a little light dumps and then you touch it up. That gives you an idea of what we're going with. And then this will just be strewn topsoil, seed, and straw in the rain, of course. We'll get that done and keep on trucking. Alright, I'm back. I had to go chase my pigs. My pigs, well, my wife's pigs got loose, and we're like 4 houses down. The one is in heat, so I think we're starting to wander. I'll just throw random piles and we can just smooth it out. It's been raining on us all day, of course, because we're doing dirt work. Ran a little short on spring topsoil. The river rock, so we gotta run and get that. I want to get the dirt down, that way if it keeps raining, that's over and done with. I got like 3 hours of work in. As you saw. Today I had vet appointments, I have another one at 1. No, she'll put river rock. We'll put river rock around the pump. Yeah, but we can just put some on top of it. I guess as long as we leave a little pile, we can just put a couple of scoops of topsoil in a wheelbarrow and go along the edge and touch it up. think I like torqued my back trying to catch that pig. Picking them up, they're like you know what I mean? They're like squirming and moving around for a fat little pig. Man, they're agile. We couldn't pick them up. We ended up just making them go all the way back home.
You just chased them.
Yeah.
Well, it's side by side.
Well, she brought it, but we had to go through the woods, so we just walked. They walked. I think the one's in heat. See, one's a girl, one's a boy.
Oh, God.
And they say when she's in heat, they just take off. I mean, I guess it's kind of like any animal.
Yeah, she's looking to get stuck. The only animal's looking to get stuck. Any other animals running, man.
Not rabbit.
No?
Nope.
They have at it.
The male rabbit comes up behind and just smacks it on its back as she goes. Whoop.
I
Well,
think once they submit, it's all that.
Yep.
A cat spikes comes out, they don't have a chance to submit.
Yep.
Collapsed in, man.
because the guy said the one was trumping the other one, and I'm like, I never saw that before.